Hello, and welcome to the practical demonstration of the assignment based on firewall. My name is Patel, and I'll be demonstrating the assignment as per lab schematic, which consists of a router, two of the servers, one for internet and one for DMZ, four of the workstations, one is administrative staff, one is production staff, one is IT staff, and one is the guest PC. There are a few of the policy requirements which I'll be using accordingly. As we can see, our first policy is administrative to internet, which has only web access to it. Let's try it out. So the IP address for the internet is, so I was able to do it. Now, the second policy is administrative to DMZ, which has both web and DNS access. So let's try it out. The IP address at first we'll be using the web. The IP address for the DMZ is, so success. Now the DNS. So I was able to do it also. Now, the third policy is production to DMZ, which also has both web and DNS access to DMZ from the production staff. The IP address for the DMZ is, now the DNS address. So both are working perfectly. Now, the fourth policy is IT staff to any network device which is allowed to have access to all the protocols. Also, we will be verifying the connectivity by pinging to both the servers and the workstations. At first, the web and DNS connectivity to both the servers. First, we'll be using the internet. The IP address for the internet is, so it's working. Now the DNS of the internet. This is also working. Now the IP address of the DMZ server. This is also working, and the DNS of the DMZ. This is also working perfectly. Now we will be pinging to both the servers and the workstations from the IT staff. At first, the internet. The IP address for the internet is, so it's working. Now the DMZ server. This is also working. Now the IP address of the admin for the administrative staff, which is, this one's also working. And lastly, the production staff. This one's also working. So the policy requirement for the IT staff is successfully accomplished. Now the fifth requirement is guest to internet, which has web and DNS access to internet only. So from the guest, the IP address for the internet is, so it's working, and also the DNS of the internet. So it's working perfectly. Now, lastly, we have the web access from the internet to DMZ, which involves the static net, which I have configured, and so I'll be using the gateway address of the internet server. So from the internet, I'll be using the gateway address of the internet itself. So the IP address is, so success. Hereby, I have successfully accomplished the policy requirement. Thank you for watching.